What's going on, YouTube? Back here in the greenhouse again. Look at all that green. Beautiful. Oh, and one quick thing over here before I turn off this fan. I was wrong about this pink tiger. Well, I was wrong in the sense of, I kept saying when it got to here it was 3 foot, and that's incorrect. So I busted out the tape measure, and it is over 4 feet. It's actually like 4 foot 2 inches tall right now. So, yeah, how about that stuff? And there's these weird little things just hanging off of it. For some reason, I don't really get it, man. I didn't think pink tigers were supposed to do anything like this. But apparently they put off little flowers and pods and stuff after a while. How about that? Anyway, we'll start right over here with all this stuff. And right here in the corner is my MA Vortex, and it's looking pretty. It's got flowers all over it. Everything in here is pretty much flowering. There's some more flowers over here. Looking beautiful. I haven't seen any pods on this one yet, but still waiting on them. Next to it, my chocolate habanero. You can see all the light green stuff. Just like with most of the, or with some of the plants, they just go real light green, like a big growth spurt, and they're real light green, and then they just kind of like start getting a little greener and a little bit greener, and then pop. They just turn green. But here's my little chocolate habanero. It's got some flowers on there and down there. But, oh, and this whole branch right here is the chocolate hab too. My little tiny pink tiger in the back. It looks like it needs another drink of water. Its roots are not yet established into the drinking water down below. I'll get to that back corner one here in a second. Right over here, my little ghost. It's starting to flower. There we go. That flower down there, flower over there. And there's white flies all in here, which sucks because they're making my leaves look really crappy. Like right there. Putting this goofy like dusting all over the place. But my next guy right here, actually, there we go, right here. That would be my very first red fatale pod. It just grew up real big. I mean, look how tall that thing is, untopped. Made it all the way up to here before it actually forked. So, but I actually have a pod, so that is awesome. Who the heck is in the back? Yellow Moruga, which I didn't even see this guy. He's a man. There he is. Not forked yet, but he's coming along. This guy right here, and another part over here. It's my red ghost, forked down there. Where it was topped. Look at this. Jeez, man. It's all the way out to here, both of these guys. So, pretty nice size on him. Forgot. My Ahi Fantasy, which is still all drooped over and lying down. It's got fingers on it. A pod. Another little tiny pod over here. And white flies all over the place. So fun. That's another one that the roots haven't established quite yet. But they're getting there. Yeah, it was my red ghost, my butch tea across the douglas right here. Another pod going. I pulled all the other ones, so it's kind of doing a little growth spurt too. And starting to flower. Holy heck. Oh, look at this. I don't know why that's doing that, but that's my lemon drop way back there. A bunch of branches hanging out because it did a growth spurt. And a couple flowers. Looking nice. Red ghost, behind it white peach, which there's one of the white peach that's growing on it. But it's this massive thing in the back here. It's hard to even see in real life, let alone on a camera. Right next to it is another white peach, isn't it? And it's looking nice and big. It just had a growth spurt. So that's a nice size growth spurt there. Who did I miss? Right up front, caramel Moruga. Whoop. In there. Looking very nice and big and just starting to flower over here. So hopefully that will be coming soon. St. Thomas Bane in the back here. See a bunch of the flowers and pods. But pretty little flowers. Yeah, peach. St. Thomas Bane. And then right over here, my other red ghost. This thing is gigantic. Forks goes all the way over to there, all the way over to here, all the way out to here in the walking path, and then all the way over here And look, it's just buds popping right off of it everywhere. Somewhere in the back here is my caramel Moruga. There he is. Oh wow, got a lot bigger. All of that is the caramel Moruga now. That is awesome. That's some great growth there. Got a pod right down here, already forming. So that's very nice. Dang, that thing surprised me. And it's supposed to be a peach ghost in the background there, looking kind of crappy. It's got a bunch of flowers popping off on it though. But I think it might be a red ghost, or just a regular ghost. This is a red ghost, and it's finally flowering after all this time. More flowers and bud up here, buds up there, another one over here. They're all over the place. In the background here, the spindly looking thing here, that's my Carolina Reaper. And yeah, it still has some buds popping off there. I don't know if they're gonna make it or not, but we'll find out. Daggone it, man. I knew I was gonna find one of these stupid things somewhere along this journey. Look, right there. Focus camera. Stupid grasshopper. Oh. Look at that. Stupid thing. Alright. Dang it, that's right on my peach ghost. Let's see. Right up front here, all this nice bush. This is all like the latest growth of the MA Vortex. And it is just gigantic, and it's starting to flower. And look, there's the old growth. Just pop right out with some new growth there. Hang on it, man. Stupid grasshopper. Right over here, look at this. Just pods popping off everywhere. Another one down there. That's not the pod branch, though. This is the pod branch. So I haven't really done a count yet on how many pods I've had on this plant. But I think this is my record plant so far. Not too many. Most of them are still on it right now. There's a couple right over there. So, but it's doing very well. Alright, I got you marked, grasshopper. Coming back for you. Look, there's even more down here. A couple hanging on there. Oh, 3 hanging on there. There's another branch somewhere too. Starting to change colors, but they don't look like the first ones. The first ones were kind of bumpy, smooth, and wrinkly. That doesn't make any sense. But the areas they were smooth, they were... No, I guess there wasn't any wrinkly or bumpy to them. They were just wrinkly. Look at that. It just leans down. There's so much weight on it. It's awesome. Need to hang that up maybe. Ooh, look at that crappy leaf. Let me see. Grasshopper moving around. He knows I'm here. Right here, red fatale. Nice and tall. Looking very big. Just starting to get ready to flower. Oh, yeah, look. There's a whole nother branch right here. In the background, chocolate habanero. Don't really see much going on with it, but it had a nice growth boom. Yeah, the other one right over here, that's my other red fatale. Stand up pretty tall, starting to bud a little bit right there. And this guy right over here, starting to do all kind of stuff. Is my ahi pineapple, and it's got all kind of stuff going on, and all kind of growth. Look at that, all the way up there, all the way up there. And it's flowering, budding, podding, all that stuff. Look at that, buds everywhere. Or pods, I mean. There's another pod right there. But all looking very nice. Some spiders set up a web right here. And look at all the white flies it caught. Nice. Leave that there. I'm coming back for you, grasshopper. I still see you there. Just wait right there. I swear. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Alright. Now I've got incentive to make this faster. Like I said, my gigantic pink tiger with the weird things hanging off of it there. Not sure what that means. But I thought this was just some kind of decoration plant that got tall. My sugar rush down here, it's just, I don't know. This thing is amazing. Got buds and pods and flowers and all kind of stuff just popping off on this thing everywhere. And every time I'm like, wow, that was some nice growth. Then I find like a whole nother branch like this, and I'm like, wow, that's awesome. And then you see stuff like this where there's a whole nother branch, you start looking at that, and then you see all the pods hanging on here. This thing was up in the air a minute ago. I guess it was hanging on the pink tiger there. But yeah, I mean, it's just popping off pods everywhere. There's just flowers and buds everywhere. And down below, little tiny pod. Yeah, just pop all the way around here. And let's see if I can pull this guy up off of him. Yeah. Oh wow, that is all him. Anyway, all of this right here is all of my Jay's Peach Ghost Scorpion, all the way over here. I mean, it's just gigantic, and it actually has some spots where it's growing up. None of that is it. That's actually my Dragon Cayenne right next to it, which is gigantic. Look at that thing. And there's pods everywhere on this thing. All up here. Look at this over here, just pods everywhere. This is like the absolute most prolific plant that I have. It's got these branches here, they're laying down because there's just pods all over the daggone thing. So I have to come up with some kind of system to keep it up in the air. And same with this thing right here, just pods everywhere. So, and look, there's more branches down here, more pods everywhere. I mean, look at that, it's just ridiculous. But yeah, I need to get something to hold them up. And as you can see, look, very beautiful looking leaves too. Yeah, so that's that guy. Here's all my young guys. The one in the corner looked really horrible last week. Doesn't look that good right now, actually. But I turned it back around. It was looking fairly decent. But it looks like a lot of these might need a drink here. So maybe I'll give a bunch of them a drink. How about this guy right here? Which is my yellow Moruga, and it's got a whole, all that green, light green, is all the new growth spurt. So it just really took off in this warm weather, or cooler weather. It's still pretty freaking warm. This trunk over here, my Brazilian brain strain, huge, and it's got buds everywhere, all over it, flowers, more flowers. But it's just gigantic. It is just this giant canopy of everything here, and all that light is new growth, so it's just getting bigger. But tons of flowers all over it. Get around him, like growing right into the walkway. Right over on this corner right here would be, what is this? Chocolate Moruga. Yeah, look at that. All of, there we go. All of that growth and everything, that's all brand new. All this white growth is all brand new too. So that was quite the growth spurt right after it forked. And then right beside it is my ghost pepper, my Butcholokia. And got a couple peppers hanging. And then I got a bunch of flowers and pods. There's another pod right there, hanging off of it. But then I have a whole pile of buds popping off right up there, so hopefully I'll get some more of them. Another Jay's Peach Ghost Scorpion, and it's got buds hanging off of everywhere. They are looking on a little bit on the small side, but I don't know. My first time ever growing them. You can see where I topped it way down there. Yellow brain strain right back here. Got a couple well, they're about to be flowers hanging off of it. There we go. There's a flower right back there. I don't think I have any pods yet. I cut all of them off so to try to get it to promote growth, but I don't know. No, there's a flower dangling over there that looks like it didn't take. Caught in a spider web, I guess. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, my other ghost. All of that's brand new growth, and it's popping off buds all over the place, so that's all brand new growth, so that's awesome. But there is some crappy looking leaves. But yeah, there we go. Maybe they'll just fall off. There we go. Much better. Kind of like this one. Here's some nice new growth on this white peach. Nice little bud down there, or pod there. But it really doesn't have that many leaves on it. It just started, it turned and started dropping leaves, so. But yeah, got few pods on here. I cut a whole pile of them off to try to get better looking pods, and it looks like it worked. So, I mean, even with how many, look at that, not bad. Even with that lack of leaves, it's still producing pretty decent pods. So, all right, coming into the home stretch here. Right over here, not much to report on this guy at all, except for there are flowers, buds everywhere, all over it. So it's the Carolina Reaper, where I've already taken a few pods off. That nice little flower right up in there. Won't focus on. Another one right there. But yeah, not looking half decent. But because the hydro tube has been leaking, I have to constantly check and make sure that it's getting some water. Because there's been, I don't know, like 4 or 5 times now where it's run out of water, and I have to go fill up the reservoir in the middle of the night. Here we go, habanero. It's got a bunch of buds popping off and everything. Like I said, everybody does. There we go. Whoop, there we go. 2 more pods. I took all the rest off of it, so hopefully it'll be hitting a nice growth spurt. Hard one. It's supposed to be my sweet apple. It's my mystery red pepper. It's got all of this brand new, well, not brand new growth, but all of this is pretty new growth. And from where I topped it, it's gigantic, and it was having a whole pile of leaves falling off, but as you can see, it's got quite a bit of leaves back on it. So, and a bunch of buds, flowers, and all that stuff. So hopefully we'll get some more. My yellow Moruga right next to it, pretty little flowers opening up all over, buds all over there, more flowers up there. So it's coming quite along, and that's not correct, quite along. Right over here, yellow Moruga starting to change. That was my only one, right? Yeah, I cut all the other ones off. I have a couple more buds up here. So I'm liking this not huge heat wave. When it gets below whatever temperature it was, like 100 something, then yeah, these plants seem to take off better. So, and right over here, the last one I've got is my Emmy Wartix. Look at that, flowers, buds everywhere, waiting for my very first pod. There we go. Not very first pod, my very next pod, I guess. I already pulled a mean looking one off of it. This one kind of looks more habanero-like when it first started, but the other one was very pointy. But that was in a few videos ago, so if you want to see that, check that out. Alright, and that was the last one right there in my whole line of the aeroponic type garden, all interconnected. And yeah, the deep water culture bed all over here. So, alright, well, thanks for walking around with me, checking out all my super hot peppers, or the super hot pepper update for Mondays. Hit that subscribe button if you want to come back and check out everything else I've got growing on around here. Got my hot tub aquaponic garden over here on Tuesdays, which has this giant wall. Look at that Malabar all the way up and over, hanging all over the place. Lava rock aquaponic garden over here on Thursdays, where we've got the 2 deep water culture beds in the back here and the hydro tube in the back here. Always on Fridays, so hit that subscribe button if you want to come back and check it all out. And yeah, oh man, there's another big leaf on that Malabar right over there. I gotta go measure that one too. But yeah, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Do all that fun, happy social media stuff down below. Share, comment, or just throw me a thumbs up. Thought this was fun. So, all right. Anyway, that was yeah, that was my peppers. So, alright, I'll catch y'all in the, oh yeah, that's right, if you want to catch me on Twitter, I got, my Twitter handle is A with a circle, REVTO, and also, I've got my seed giveaway. It's only going on for like a day or 2, so if you're hearing this, and it's the day that this video came out, you have like a day or 2, so just throwing that in there. I'll throw a link down below. So, alright, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Till then. Later.